part 2 of how this was my homegirl and we actually became actual girlfriends.
Y'all ready? Y'all want to cook brunch with us?
Yeah, so we cooking brunch. We're gonna
and we're about to talk. And we're about to do
so
part 2.
we're gonna get in part 2.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Not what I said.
Okay, so you want to go first?
Where did we leave off? Oh, Florida trip.
So no, start and tell them we all together now.
Right.
So
we all
decided to be together overnight, like we said.
Right.
And
boom. So we're currently now after we all decided on a phone call, we're gonna go on the trip to Fort Lauderdale. So he takes the trip to Fort Lauderdale, y'all, but we make we make a little stops along the way. We having fun, enjoying each other's company, breaking the ice. And we get to Fort Lauderdale, girl. We went to this fab suite. It was overlooking the ocean. Like, we could see the bridge open up to let the boat through. Like, it was a whole vibe. We cooked. We had fun. We had adult fun the whole weekend. Like, we was having a good time.
Yes, we had a great time. I will say, when we was at the hotel, we got drunk. And this was our first, I would say, altercation. But this was a week with us. This was a week within us being together.
Yeah.
Me and him got into it, and she was trying to break it up or whatever the situation was.
No, that's Virginia.
Well, no, we did. We got it.
Oh, y'all did.
We got
oh my God,
y'all
show out how bad feet.
We got into it in Florida. But then I'm gonna say this. I should have known how you said we shouldn't have went to Florida. It was like I shouldn't have went to Florida.
Yeah.
I can agree to her with that because at that time, situations were happening. I'm not gonna go into detail.
We were ignoring the red flag.
Right, situations were happening where we were already. It was already a situation where we felt like we was going against each other.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So let's talk about it. Boom. So basically, what had happened was, we were all doing stuff together. Or whatever the case, on the balcony. Girl, you remember we woke the white lady up next door. And she came out and he didn't stop.
Oh, wow.
And he was beating over the rail.
Yeah.
But anyway, we had a moment because, like I said, we had already been doing things together prior, but it was different because we did not have feelings for the person. You know what I'm saying? It was just like two friends having fun or, having a little three-ways and stuff like that. Well, for me, this particular time had made me feel like weird, because it was like, it's an instance where we're doing something together. I'm not really used to it, and she had said something to me like, aren't your bed this way?
Yeah.
And that pissed me off.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, is she trying to give me motherfucking pointers away? I don't know, but being that we had already been doing it together and that never happened, we was like, wait.
Why is it different now?
Like, why is it different now?
And I'm going to give him grace. To his discretion, in that moment, he was confused. You know what I'm saying? Like, I kind of like, okay.
It had to be weird for me because if we all doing something together, then somebody stormed out.
Yeah, he was kind of like, he stormed out. He was like,
we did that sometimes.
So, it was just, a lot of confusion as far as where everybody stood.
Right, and he said, oh, I don't never want to be the reason y'all friendship end, but that was gaslighting. However, we had all had a talk because the next morning when me and her woke up and I was telling her about it, I was like, babe, like, I ain't never felt like this before. Like, I've never been in a room and we did it and I felt like, some type of way. And she was like so hurt that she made me feel some type of way, girl. We busted out of tears. We was crying.
Cause it's like, we not finna let it, it's only a week in the hole. We done got the fight. We done had
that's what I should have been then. Like, girl, stop thinking it's a game.
It was like, I didn't want her to feel like.
And I didn't want her to feel the way, because at first she was feeling like.
I felt the way too.
Yeah, because she was like, I want to be able to spend some one-on-one time with him and get to know him. Like, y'all been around each other.
Because they had already, so that's what we were telling y'all. Prior to, if you look at the first video, they were already filming together. She was sick.
Yeah, we was vibing.
He had brought her some
food and stuff like that. Medicine.
He told her he wanted to be with her. He told me he wanted to be with me.
Right.
We understood all of that.
But we just didn't take the depth of
what it was. Yeah.
I feel like in our eyes, we like, okay, we do what we usually do. We on the road, we get money, we do that, and them feelings crept up. And you know the craziest thing about it, didn't he cry with us? Because I think I don't think he cried, but he definitely gave, like, he was so, you know, concerned and, you know, things like that. And I feel like that was our first little hiccup.
Yeah.
Even though we continued the weekend, we continued having fun. And let me tell you what she did. Because see, what you don't know about her and what I feel about her is I never seen her with anybody. Like, I never seen her have feelings put on niggas. If a nigga, like, she cuts niggas off, you know, like, she just, you ain't getting to her. Like, she rather do her thing and hit it. Guess what this bitch do while we sleep, y'all? She got, so like I said, we met him on Twitter, so we all have Twitter accounts at this point. Why do she go on Twitter? Because his baby mom was a content creator as well, and she had a Twitter, and she goes on his Twitter. What did he do to make you do that? What did he do to make you do that?
Okay, so let's go past. We ended up, she's right. We ended up going further down in Florida. Now we in Miami.
Yeah. Oh, Hollywood!
Hollywood. We get
I forgot we moved hotels and everything.
So where she's originally said we was in Fort Lauderdale, then we ended up moving to Miami. That's when this shit went.
Because they actually got into a scruffle before we even checked in, because me and her were still getting separate rooms from him so that we all could.
Because he ended up, yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
So
we had this the same night we took their walk and figured out their dishes was who they said it was.
Exactly.
Okay, but go ahead.
But no, me and her got into it. I can't remember what we got into it about, but we got into it. And I'm gonna say this: that was the first red flag.
We started getting into it with each other, something we never do.
Yeah, when we started getting into it in a week's time, and first of all, he's a little, not to be funny,
like, girl.
but I gotta be real right now. He's a little boy, and some men say they can handle 2 women and they can't. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I'ma always feel like somebody's gonna lose out on something. No matter how you wanna look at it, you know, at this point, we're in a poly relationship. It's new to all of us. We never been in a poly relationship. We don't know the rules. You get what I'm saying? This our first time being in a relationship with each other, so that's different from being friends. You get what I'm saying? So it was just a whole different dynamic, and it was something that we all had to get adjusted to. Right. But he was no help because he
was using it to his advantage.
I can't say that, but I have to give grace because if we're gonna tell it, I'm gonna tell it in the moments of what we were feeling. He was confused. He was. A lot of things that were happening was confusion, but it was off of him because he didn't know how to handle 2 women and the needs that 2 women wanted or needed.
But at first, we felt like he did because remember we used to be like, girl, how the hell we be sleeping in the bed and he be holding both of us on it, so we be sleeping so comfortable.
Yeah.
Like he had me and it's like we don't be heavy to him, nothing like, and it used to just be, we used to be like, how he make us feel like
and to be real, he also came into the situation with dealing with
when we were broken in a way.
I'm gonna be real, he came in paying bills. He paid her rent, paid my rent, paid my car note. Like
we could never pull out our wallet.
Yeah, he was paying for everything. So
anytime we went in that purse, he giving that nigga would not buy himself no clothes, no shoes, or nothing to make sure we was good.
I was just gonna say that.
No
so I don't even lie to you. Not to be found selfish or nothing, but I was definitely all for it because the nigga was making sure shit was handled. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like initially we all went into it with games. But when the shit started getting serious,
their own little
when the shit started getting serious, after a week, we're fighting. Me and her getting into it. It's conflict. He don't know. He like, well, damn, what the fuck am I doing or what I'm not doing? But we trying to explain to him our needs and our wants.
And he thought we nagging because he worried about
he just thinking we nagging, and it just was too much, honestly.
Yeah, he thought
in the beginning. So I am going to say this. When she said we should never went to Florida, I'm going to say I agree to that because had we not went to Florida, maybe it would have not went as far.
Fast.
We went, basically, if y'all want to say, we basically got married and went on our honeymoon ASAP.
Okay.
Overnight.
We elope.
We got in a relationship, all of that, like, in one night. All of this happened in one fucking night. Meaning we got together by Wednesday, by Friday we was in Florida.
Thank you. Having the time of our motherfucking life. Baby, we went to so many trips, but we gonna stick to this one trip for now. So basically, whatever me and her got into it about, it caused us to have to get separate rooms. And he was upset about that because his whole thing was
we should be together.
He don't like us to separate, even though we had our own place. He used to want, and he used to aggravate me and her because we're both air signs. So even though we all know what's going on, we all like our same space too. And he used to kind of like force us to it's an all together thing all the time, and especially when we was away. So by the time we would go home, it'd be giving, well, who you finna go home with? So
yeah.
we used to be so petty.
No, so let me tell you why I got that picture.
But hold on, wait, before you go there, they got to hitting in the parking lot, y'all. Girl, this is before we even checked in good.
Oh yeah,
girl, I'm gagging.
We fighting for the police and everything.
He's trying to hug you and kiss you, make it feel like y'all playing. She going ham.
I'm going in.
So that night, she goes and his phone gets on his Twitter. She don't even tell me. So when they first get it, I'm like, we going out. I thought delusional. So she like, you a stupid hoe. He texted hoes, telling hoes something, whatever he did.
Yeah.
He was telling somebody that
he was gonna leave. That he was finna leave us.
When he got back to Atlanta.
Yeah, he said I'm leaving them or however.
I don't know who it was. This bitch goes into his motherfucking phone, baby, and gets on Twitter at the time and goes and
because I seen him texting somebody that he was gonna leave us.
Yeah, now tell me what you did on Twitter. Tell me what you did.
I went on the Twitter and because I knew that his baby mama at the time hated me the most.
Mm-hmm.
So
you done with the sausage?
Yeah, you can drop them in.
Okay.
But his baby mama was I went on his page and I told his baby mama that he in love with me and Jelani. Cause at that time it was speculation. We were together, but as far as Twitter go, it was speculation. Nobody actually knew.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, granted,
y'all
Jelani and him were like, well, why? Cause I was the one basically trying to hold it in like some DL shit. So Jelani and him were like, well,
oh yeah, cause I don't like you and I did.
Why the fuck you don't want nobody to know? I'm like, well, bitch, cause you know what I'm saying? The baby mama already doing too much. Or whatever, the baby mama just going in or whatever. She don't even know it this month. But I got so mad at what I seen him text while we was in Florida, while me and him was getting.
I think he was texting her then.
I don't know. But I ended up going on that.
No, it was that bitch from Twitter. That's what I'll say that her name though.
Yeah, so I ended up going on his Twitter and I aired him out. Like, bitch, he with us, he love us, bitch, he spending money, he doing all. Bitch, he woke up, when he got his phone, bitch, he came to the room, me and him fought to get his phone from me.
Cause I didn't know why they was fighting over the phone.
So she kept saying,
this is how it started. We started all play wrestling, and I'm thinking y'all was playing, so I'm holding his neck or whatever, and I'm wondering why he wrestling hard with me because while I was holding his neck, you was getting the phone out his pocket or something. And he was trying to get the phone, so my whole thing, I'm like, when he went to bone up, I'm like, what the fuck going on? And that's when she took off with the phone and ran to her room, which was upstairs.
The whole thing about why I wanted his phone is because prior to when me and him getting into it in the parking lot, then me and her getting into it, then we switching rooms and all of that, etc. I wanted to get in his phone because he was acting so private. Now that's one thing about him. The bitch acts so private and weird. And at this time now I'm gaining feelings. Yes, a week later, yes, I'm finally gaining feelings for him and for her. I'm gaining feelings. They making me feel like they playing with me. I didn't know which one she was working, whatever. I ended up getting his phones, going to the room. After we played phone, I got his phone and went to the room, and that's when I seen everything. And that's when I went stupid, and I did everything I did. She ended up getting me to open up my door saying it was her. She just
because I didn't know why he was sneaking me up there. I'm so slow.
So when she came up there and I opened the door, which obviously I knew he was coming, but I already had did what I did, so I really wasn't pressed about it. Boom. When she came to the door, he came in. Boom. We ended up getting into it. He got his phone, etc., etc.
Mind you, I'm trying to calm it down. He going downstairs with me. She yelling out the room. You stupid dumb hoe. Yo dumb ass. The nigga is playing with us. So stupid ass bitch. Stupid. I'm still trying to figure out what she don't did because the way he was at the door like, open it up, bitch. Banging on the people holding it up. The door, bitch. I'll fuck your rental up. I'm like, what she did?
Yeah.
All time this bitch though went up there.
So boom, we gonna move forward past that. That's how we all got together. That was our first incident. That was our first togetherness or whatever.
Right.
So boom, moving forward, we end up finding out things like, you know, his baby mama, he had kids.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, they was going through like a custody battle or whatever.
He was telling his baby mama that we was the fish.
He was telling his baby mama we was actually real women or whatever the situation was, or however it was. She was mad. A little bit about him and his baby mama dynamic, I'ma say. She knew he liked the trans women. She liked the trans women too.
Yes.
And what they used to would do, what led him to actually dating us, is they would deal with trans women on some freaky deaky shit, right? And when freaky stuff, and when she would get mad at him, she would hold it over his head like, oh, I'll expose you, I'll tell the world, or whatever, I'll put it out there that you fuck around with trans women. So I guess one day when he met us, we was his type, so that's when he said, fuck it. Bitch, you keep saying that you gonna tell the world that I fuck with trans women.
Now I'm putting it out there.
Now I'm putting it out there, what now? Exactly. So yeah, then we didn't even know prior to meeting him that him and his baby mama was going through a custody battle. So we was in between that as well.
Right.
Like, that's another thing. Like,
because after we came back from Florida, he took us to Virginia. Y'all got to fight there too.
Right.
But the second trip. That was the second trip because the first trip the first time we went that same day and came back the same day. We went the daytime to pick up his thing.
That was definitely the second trip. Me and him got to fight in Virginia. That's when we first met his mama. When me and him got to fight.
Right.
Me and him got to fight in Virginia. She broke it up or whatever the situation was. He brought his mama. He called himself leaving or whatever the situation was. So he called his mama. He called his mama to come get him or whatnot or however. But at this time too, the baby mama is on the internet going in on us. The baby mama going in. She mad because I done already outed him and told who he was actually with. She was mad about all that. So her and the baby mama was talking on the phone, not me. The baby mama was reaching out to Jelani.
I was talking to her so that bitch didn't get my Twitter deleted for the second time.
Yeah, because she ended up getting my Twitter deleted and his and hers. Like, that's how mad the baby mama was.
Exactly.
So then, we started to having to deal with his child custody, which was go and get his child. And
he ain't telling us nothing.
He not telling us nothing. We're driving back and forth, putting miles on my car. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he paying my bills and stuff, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, but I just feel like emotionally, he was not prepared to deal with us, and he couldn't even be there for his kids. And I'm not even putting him out there like that, but I'm just being real.
Because now we figured out, which we'll get there, we figured out why she was the way she was.
Yeah.
But so basically, we went with him. We picked his son up. You know, we drove to Virginia. We came back to Kim's house or whatever because, you know, that's just where we was more comfortable at the time. Yeah. So we was at Kim's house, and you know, basically what he did was she was somewhere. She was a stripper, right? So she was somewhere out of town working, and she left her baby with the babysitter, but the baby had been with the babysitter for like 2-3 weeks.
Yep.
So, you know, he basically went and kidnapped the baby from the babysitter. And the mom helped him, whatever the case may be, he took the baby.
We stupid as hell, going to.
Right, because we could have been right the fucking jail. He brings the baby back to Georgia with us. So, when that happened, of course, she found that out and went to fuck him. You know, looking back at it now, I would have did something different again. But you know, it was what it was. So at this point now, I think he kept him all up until the court date, right?
Yeah.
Until the court date. She went and told the court that, you know, what we did for a living, or what she thought we did for a living, that he was a pimp, and we was his hoes, and he was unstable, and he was. But my whole thing is, baby, you were doing the same thing. You was a content creator. We could pull your twat up on the internet right now. You was also on your Twitter page having sexual relations with trans women, letting them beat your back in.
Yeah.
Right, but you was taking to the judge his pictures and his photos of what he was doing. Make sense.
Yeah. So then we're gonna kind of move forward past the baby mama situation, whatever.
Because she was alive.
She was alive. We knew she was upset. But okay, so then moving forward, we kind of like, I feel like it started getting worse. Nothing got better. With me and her, with me and him, I just feel like he started to
Here go the right ones right
To
here.
me, I feel like this
Yeah.
is where we went wrong. This is where we went wrong in our friendship.
What season is it?
Because that's really what it's about. It's about me and her.
Right. What is season?
We just telling y'all how we got together.
Right.
We just telling y'all how to, 2 + 2 = 2.
Right. Let's get it.
But yeah. So he just, I feel like at the time we were already in a place in our friendship, which we didn't explain in the first video, but we were in a place in our friendship where we were trying to regain a lot of things.
And somehow her crazy ass thought that he was gonna be the one to mend our broken hearts. And he took that
And she
motherfucker.
listened.
And he took it and he stepped it. He stopped it. He twisted that foot on my motherfucker. He ain't never do right by me.
Girl, it got so bad to the point where, let me say this, because I gotta be real. He would start, and it started early on. At this point, about the baby mama, Virginia, we're a month in, almost 2 months in. This is, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make it move a little faster for you guys. Not every detail I'm gonna be able to break down to you guys.
But you get the will. You get the drift.
So after we done helped him with his kids, baby mama done told us all this. Now everything like that out the way, it's me and her. You get what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
And I feel like that's when he started playing mind games with me and her. Where
I'm gonna tell you what he did.
Okay.
The last time me and her got into it, he basically said to us in different ways that we don't all have to be together or we don't have to deal with each other. Like me and her don't have to deal with each other, but he was still gonna do. I had my own place, she had her own place. It was kind of Kim's idea too, cause she was like, bitch, you know, we both know we fucking with you. We don't have to be together all day, every day, on each other all day, every day. No shade, because it was becoming. First of all, we didn't used to be in each other's face like that every day anyway.
But so, he put the wedge in between.
Yes, but what he would do was when he realized we was beefing a little bit, he would be over there telling her one thing, making her feel like, oh, it's you, you got to say so. He'll be over there telling me, oh, it's you got to say so. But we do know is that he liked us for 2 different things, and he was very honest about it. He was like, look, I like you for what I like you for. I like her for what I like you for. And neither one of y'all can stop me from dealing with either one of y'all. He was very adamant about that.
Yeah.
I feel like he liked that. He felt like I was more of the homebody. You know, like she more the turn up girl. I felt like you matched his energy when it came to the sex life. You take him out. Yeah, just take him out.
I'm good.
You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. I felt like he always do, okay, well, Jelani chilling. Kim, I gotta see, because Kim gonna do. I felt like he used to see like how she dealt with it, because I'm flirtatious and speaking too. I just make it seem like I don't be doing nothing. She don't give a fuck. She gonna, if a nigga trying to holler at her, something, whatever, she gonna make that nigga feel it. So he felt more so like, oh, shit, I gotta be over here. You know what I'm saying? Doing whatever the case may be or whatever like that.
And that's the thing. That's what you don't know. So that's what we telling y'all right now. When a nigga start to show signs like that, where
it's time to go.
It's time to go, because what's happening is that alone is a separation to me. Because guess what? You so focused on her that you can't focus on her.
Right.
You
and so what he would do was, what he would try to do was, I felt like, just being real, not even to make you feel no type of way, I think he felt like I was more of a, you know, wifey type. I felt like she was more of the drive. You know how a nigga have a wife, and you know, help me navigate this.
Okay, so
because I'm trying to say it in the right way.
Okay, so I think what she's saying is,
there you go.
She was more, honestly, she was more like an introvert. To herself, she don't really like a lot of people. He was like that. He was an introvert. He knew I ain't finna go nowhere. I ain't finna go outside to the party. She finna hit it. Bitch, I'm finna go with my friends. I'm gonna go outside, which had him on his toes with me. It had him in a place.
And trying to ask me what she do. I don't know.
So he was on his toes with me, like, what the fuck Kim at? What the fuck Kim doing? What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? And in the beginning, it was like that. Like, I was still doing me. Because I was, like I told you guys, we jumped into this. Nobody was actually taking it serious. Now, yes, fights occurred, things have happened. Yes, I had feelings for him, but at the time, I was still a little outside because I ain't trying to be tamed.
Right. And I was put up.
Tamed in her mind. You know what I'm saying? Not even in her mind. I'm being real.
No,
she's already tamed. She's an introvert. Me, no. I'm not a bitch.
He used to be on there telling me, let me do this. He gonna do whatever I tell her to do. I was like, oh.
No, and that's when he got me.
Yeah, because people else get you to do whatever.
That's another. But that was another.
But he did it to us both.
But that was wait. But that was when he got me. Meaning that's when I actually had fell in love. You know, I can be honest about that. You get what I'm saying?
I feel like the first thing that he did to really draw the wedge was, remember that day that I was out shopping and I didn't know that it was, you know, he had, oh, you know, he used to have all 2 days. He went somewhere.
No, we gotta talk about that. So that's another thing. So we skipping over this. We gotta go back. When the wedge started to be drawn, like he said, she would be worried about where I'm at and all this, and then we started talking about, oh, well, you know, me and her were having disagreements or whatever the situation was. So then he was the one that came up with, well, I just come over here a couple days and I go there a couple days.
Right there.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Down the street from
which did not help the situation. That's why I said he was not the man for it. Because for him to be okay with that, and for him to say, hey, yeah, I'm gonna come over your house a couple days, I'm gonna come over your house a couple days, and think that was gonna make it work, no, because guess what? At any moment that it's causing stress on him, and then it starts causing stress on our relationship, and then it's causing stress on me and her, because we thinking there's some underlying issues with me and her.
Right.
So yeah, we both stand in different places.
Oh, you forgot the biscuit.
Okay. We're both standing in different places or whatever the situation was. And like I said, it was not making the situation any better on her behalf, my behalf, or his behalf. So boom, I'm gonna move a little forward or whatever, because like I said, I don't want to go into all the details right now. But so we ended up basically we ended up still going, he coming to see her, he coming to see me, or whatever the situation was. So one particular time, this is where me and him broke up. So we broke up more than once, you know. So this is where me and him broke up. He ended up going out or whatever, come to find out he was with a bitch and somebody else or whoever. So I ended up finding out he was with a bitch. The situation was, when I found out he was with the bitch or whatever, I ended up going to him. I ended up pulling up on him where he was at with the bitch or whatever the situation was. He ended up coming home with me. We ended up getting into this big ass fight about him. Supposed to been making some money with the bitch. Supposed to been, him and the bitch supposed to be making money together.
But hold up, y'all, because we got to say our praise.
Okay.
Lord, thank you for this food that is about to go on our tummies. Bless it, bless us. Amen.
Amen. So yeah, we when we got back to the house, me and him got into this big old scuffle because I knew he was lying to me about being with this bitch or whatever the situation was. Like I said at the time, me and her were living in different spaces. We weren't seeing eye to eye, you know what I'm saying? And he was going back and forth. So this was the time he was at my house or whatever, and we ended up getting into the fight about the bitch or whatever, and I broke his phone. No, I broke his phones, and when I broke his phones, he ended up going downstairs and he ended up cracking my window. He ended up kicking my car window and cracked the fuck out of it. Me and him fighting outside, all of that. He ended up going to her house. She did not know what was going on.
Boom. It's 6 in the morning. It's her days, because like we said, we in different 2 places. I have my own place, she have her own place. He got stay with her for 2 days or 3 and vice versa. So this particular night, I'm all asleep and stuff, chilling. And you know, I'm knocked out. It's like 5:36 in the morning. I get a knock at the door. Boom, 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 boom. I go to the peephole. It's him. It looks like he been running from the police.
Cause me and him, I got to fight. I don't chase.
So I'm like, what's going on? He all beat up. His phone's cracked. The first thing I do is call her. Yo, that phone. I was like, oh my God, y'all, it's so crazy because we had our moments, but these motherfuckers used to be hitting girls.
So she used to always feel like when me and him used to get into a fight, we always put her in the middle of it. And her whole thing was, Like, I fuck with both of y'all. I love both of y'all. When y'all get into it, leave me out of it. You know what I'm saying? And my whole thing with her, this is where we would have a little confusion. I was, well, bitch, you're in the relationship, so bitch, how the fuck do you not think we're gonna put you in it? You get what I'm saying? But nevertheless, me and him fought. He cracked my window. I cracked his phone. We fought. He went to her house, and that's when we start going into kind of part 3. I'm gonna say that because that's when a whole nother situation kind of happened and a shift came in our relationship.
Right, because I used to feel like every time they get into it, he would feel like, boom. He feel like if we get into it with each other, we still have to come together and put our feelings aside and be a whole. If he gets into it with her, he feels like I shouldn't let her come over to my house. And vice versa. And so it's just like, why is you getting into it with her? You know we was already friends. What I look like telling her, oh girl, you can't come to my house. She been coming to my house before you. And so now you mad at her, you don't want her to come to my house, but this is my thing. Why should I get in there and then when y'all back on good terms, what? That ain't got nothing to do with me.
Right. So after me and him fought or whatever, she called me the next morning. Mind you, the next morning, I am literally distraught. Because this was for me, this is my first lover as a guy. I never had.
Not to mention, you broke his phone. He broke your card, but you also kept his social security card and his stuff like that. He couldn't go nowhere.
He couldn't go nowhere. I had all that. But I was just so heartbroken, y'all. I knew we were done because his whole thing was, don't touch my phone. For what we do, don't touch my phone. And I had broke his phone. So
he feel like anything that gets between money is his pet peeve. So he felt like since she broke the phone, that's his money. Oh, you could have did anything but break the phone, my money. And he used to have this tit for tat thing. I feel like so what I feel like though, no shade, just in closing before we get to the next part, which is gonna be part 3, where we'll get into me doing my little ones and twos. I feel like at this point he had drawn a wedge in between us, not a big one, but a slight one where
he could tell her. Yeah,
I knew it draw a wedge when we would start trying to get information out of each other and question each other to see if the stories and stuff line up. And sometimes I would take what she told me and use it against her, and she'll take what I told her and use it against her, and we'll be gagging. Remember, he used to come out, so we'll be looking at each other like, leap man.
He had us really fucked up.
Like girl, she gonna go tell him, why the fuck is you taking my car to do it in my car? He like, because the car, we got the car, whatever, because at this time I didn't have license and stuff. He was like, this is for us to we gotta do, oh baby, Kim, could stand this. Let her be mad at me, and I need to go somewhere, and I call that phone, and because if no matter who call that phone, if we need something, he getting up. Let her be mad, and I call that motherfucking phone, and he got something to do with her car. Oh, baby.
But yeah, we're gonna leave y'all here, and we wanted to things going. We kind of went in it a little bit, but
this food good. We've been cooking, and we have to go out and have drinks and celebrate us, and stay tuned.
But this is part 2. Mm-hmm. Y'all may feel like we didn't go into all the way detail,
but we are, and it gets deep.
It does.
It gets really deep.
But I also feel like this. Some things that are not spoken of, and I'm just going ahead and leaving it with this. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes can resurface things. Now, if
we
you
just
guys,
taking our time with it, y'all.
We're taking our time because
we are healed. We're healed, but it is trauma, and we're having to relive it. So we don't never want to sit here and start getting back in our feelings and put each other back in a place of, but you did this to me and you did that to me and that was We're not doing that. This is for us to heal and move on. Yeah. Even though we're healed, this is the last step of the healing. Like, okay, we gonna talk about it. We gonna tell the world. We gonna tell each other how we feel. Yeah. We gonna do it publicly, and we gonna move on.
Yeah.
And that's how we gonna do it. So y'all stay tuned for part 3. Right now we eating shrimp and grits, salmon, patties, eggs, croissant, rolls.
I ain't gonna lie, it's good.
And it's good as fuck. We drinking some wine. We about to go get dressed. And we going out. Y'all catch us out of the city. Thank you.
Thank you. And subscribe, comment, like, share. And we'll be back.
And we hope this story help. I know we ain't the only one with this story. So we hope that this can touch and help somebody kind of help them maneuver through,
Definitely.
their situations. Because I'm sure there's another poly couple.
I'm very sure.
Out here. Mm-hmm.
I'm very sure it's something that people can relate to and resonate with. We do get a lot of questions. We do want you guys, if y'all want to know specific questions,
please put the questions in the comments.
Yes, and when we'll do a Q&A if this situation, if y'all want to know more.
And we're gonna eventually end up doing a live. So we'll be doing live on TikTok where y'all can do a Q&A and ask us questions that we may did not touch on, things y'all may want to know that y'all don't have insight on. If you hear us talking, you might be like, oh, well, I wonder what da. Ask the questions. Don't be scared to ask the questions. Just be respectful.
Yes.
That's all we ask.
Okay. So, until we see each other again, yes.